Hey guys, welcome to this week's Q&A video series. This week we decided to tackle a topic that we get asked a lot, and it is about our Parent and Tot program. A lot of people don't even know that we have a Parent and Tot program, or that we start our classes here from walking. So as soon as your little one can start walking, they can start taking classes here. And I brought Erin with me this week because she's one of our Parent and Tot teachers, and also has kids that went through our Parent and Tot program, so she kind of has both views there. And we just want to kind of answer some of your guys' questions on why do a Parent and Tot class. We get a lot of, well, I could just wait till my daughter or my son's 3 and they can go into the baby dippers, but we have 3 levels before that, and we kind of want to talk to you about those. So.
I think for me, one of the things that drew me here, and just a backstory, my kids are old now, but I did go to Parent and Tot classes, your typical Parent and Tot classes at the Park District or at the library. And at that time, my child was the child that was climbing everything and jumping over everything. And I was wondering, where is there a place where I can channel this energy, where I can use it, and we're not just doing a group open gym, which we have those as well, which are wonderful. But if you're really trying to sort of channel that energy that you see that your child has and set the foundational steps for them to going into an independent class, we are starting our Parent Talk classes following the same protocol as our independent classes for 3 and up, but tailored to meet the social and emotional developmental needs of your toddler.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So we get that a lot, like so we'll start maybe 11 months, 12 months and up, and it is good for social skills. So they are meeting other kids. Maybe it's, your first child, so they don't have siblings at home, so you're in the house with them all day. They come here and they meet their little friends each week, and they're learning with their friends. They're learning to follow a course with their new little friends. They're learning to listen to a teacher, taking turns. I already said following course.
Recognizing social cues, I think, is a big one, especially for toddlers who aren't around other kids during the course of the day, if you have an only or a big age difference between your kiddos. We have kids who come here and the first day, for their toddler class, they're running all over. By the third day, they know that when the teacher, the third week, yes, they know that when the teacher says, okay, it's time to come over here, they have their carpet, they're following the rest of the group coming over. Might not seem like a huge thing, but as far as taking social cues and recognizing that, it's a huge step in their development, which then I think moves us on to our next step, which is increasing confidence for the kids.
Confidence and independence. We, again, being the teachers of these classes primarily, we see it all the time. The little girl, little boy that wants to try it by themselves. Well, this is a perfect place for your child to come and try it by themselves. Trying to climb that ladder, and if they fall, it's okay because they're only 4 inches off the ground and it's squishy here. Jumping into the foam pit where they might have those sensory things that they don't get at home, but they get here. What else? Walking on the balance beam, introducing them to heights, and
I think that goes both ways. So you can have a child that is more attached parentally, and then it's going to help them to sort of step away from mom or dad or caregiver a little bit and increase the confidence that way. You can also have a kid that's used to kind of, like, bye mom, but they're here and they're in an environment where they're going to meet other kids who are the same way, which then goes back to the social aspect of it as well. So you have both ends of the spectrum, and the classes that we have here really stimulate that, and helps parents too, which I think then goes to our next topic as far as, and we did make some notes here, allowing moms to make connections, or nannies or grandparents, because we welcome grandparents to come in, or dads, to make connections with other parents. Stress you might be experiencing as a parent of a toddler. It's hard, especially if you got one, you're with them all day. You're worried maybe that they're not doing, they're not listening the same way that another child is listening. Then you come into class and there's 8 of us in here and there's 3 kids that are, you're like, oh, that's normal. We're doing this together. We're all in this together.
We're all in this together. And they do, the adults in our Parent and Tot class, they do make friends with each other, and afterwards they have their, well, we always go to McDonald's after this, or we always go to Dunkin', or give me your phone number and we'll do swimming together. Sometimes that's the only adult interaction they might get from like 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., so they enjoy coming here and letting their kids play with their other little friends, even though they're only 2 years old. and it's great.
Additionally, because it is a progressional program here, just for an example, I had mentioned my own child who's almost 13, she'll be 13. She still knows people in the program here at Flying High who were in parent and tot class with her. So they have, over the course of the past 12 years, gone through the different programs together. Some chose gymnastics, some maybe chose martial arts, some chose our cheer program, but we have pictures from years ago when they started parent and tot classes together. So,
and I also want to say, so we get a lot. Well, I'll just wait till they're 3. And it's a good bonding experience, you guys. Like, to come in here and be able to channel, like she said, channel your child's energy and get on the floor and roll with them and play with them. And you're entering their world here, and it's super important. And the bonding that you get by doing a parent and child class, I mean, it's 40 minutes a week. And you get to see what they like to do and, learn different things about them that you may not at home. Because at home, you probably have a lot of rules, like don't touch that and don't go up the stairs and the light just went off. And, and don't pull on this and don't open that drawer. But here, it's not like that. It's go jump over there and then climb over that and show me what you do here. And oh my gosh, what do we do over here? And, show mom how you can walk across that balance beam. And then what do we do?
And they'll take a nap for you.
And they'll take a nap for you. And it's just totally different experience than what you guys might be doing at home to interact, I think.
Agreed.
And then one more thing from there. Also, so our first class without you guys, moms and dads, is our baby dipper class. The things we do in the parent and child class are the same things that they do in the baby dipper class, but that's because we want them to transition into baby dippers, and the only hurdle they have to get over is not being with mom or dad. We don't want them to have to not be with you and learn 27 new skills and have never followed a course before, never taken instructions from a different adult besides you before. All these things take time for them to learn. So by going through the Parent and Tot program first, they are, light years ahead in that aspect, where when they do baby dippers, they're like, I got this, mom's right there, I'm good.
Yes. I would say probably for me, and last but not least, I really feel that our Parent and Tot program, all the way from walkers, we do have 3 minis in motion, babies and buddies, and kids and company that all come before the typical 3-year-old class, really enhance the continuity of what our program in general embodies, is that it is progressional skills, physical skills, but of course emotional skills as well. And like Natalie just said, you can, come to their first class at 3 or 4 years old and open up the door and send them in. And most of them will be like, well, bye, Mom. Our kids that we have here starting in the Parent and Tot, they really are running in at that point, no hesitation most of the time, excited to start class because they're so used to the progressions that they've been doing throughout. It just really sets the foundation and building blocks for something that could become, a long-time passion for them.
For sure.
Here at Flying High. So.
Yeah. So come check us out. You can always sign up for what, $10? Is it to do a trial?
$10 to do a trial.
$10 to do a trial in any of our Parent and Tot classes. We are also on Groupon, so check that out. We have a month of classes. Goes for any of our classes so far, daytime. But it goes for the Parent Tot ones too, so definitely check that out.
And last but not least, on Mondays, we do have our Little Tykes Time, which is our open gym for ages kindergarten and under. But if you do have a toddler who's younger than 3 and you are unsure about signing up for our Parent Tot program, on Mondays, either Natalie or myself are always there at Little Tykes Time here in Countryside to answer questions.
Flag us down if you
Yes, and then we also have Little Tykes Time Mondays at Hickory Hills. Well, we have it every day of the week here, but Mondays at Hickory Hills, and Sarah's always there to answer any questions about what's the difference between our Little Tykes Time and our Parent and Tot program. Right. So come see us.
Awesome. And if you guys have any more questions, just drop comments below and we'll answer those for you. All right, thanks guys.